So, I'm being guided to do a reading, but I'm tired, so I'm just going to make it quick, okay? We got the Hermit right here, okay? You could have been spending time isolating or going inward, and you could have been getting to a greater sense of clarity and truth within what you feel is purposeful and important, okay? And you could be being made aware of manipulative scenarios and deception that are creating conflict in your life, and where people could be kind of being sneaky or shady, or even obviously and outwardly negative, okay, creating difficulty in your life, okay? But with the Knight of Pentacles, you could be, you know, getting to a greater sense of strength within the position you are, and creating a momentum in order to, you know what it is that you're wanting to move forward towards, and, you know, how you're navigating through these deceptive scenarios. Interesting. If that's resonating, then let's see what else is meant for you to hear right now. Okay. All those cards. Okay. Whoa, they're gonna make it quick for me. Okay. Pretty cool. Alright. So the first card out is the Seven of Pentacles. You can be really feeling confident within yourself, the work that you've done, and the levels of maturity you've reached. You could be getting ready to really express yourself in a way that is true to yourself. Okay, you could be moving independently in a way that you are feeling you know, secure and content with your abilities and what it is that you're, you know, working towards bringing into your life. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, you could be really kind of tending to what you know is meaningful, and are no longer, you know, allowing for other people's viewpoints or opinion to take precedence, or take your attention away from what it is that you know that you're desiring to work towards. Okay. You could have been in situations previously where, you know, the work that you had done had, you know, not come to fruition as you had desired or planned, and you could have been, you know, previously focused on how things didn't work out, but you could be getting to a greater awareness of, you know, what it is that you have that is continuing to thrive, okay? And you could be feeling that you are moving much more intentionally in a way that you know is purposeful and inspiring when it comes to what it is that you're desiring to bring into your life. Okay, you could have healed through different outlooks and you know, difficulty, and are knowing that although there may be certain areas of conflict, you are knowing what it is that you're really wanting to receive in your life and what you're wanting to dedicate yourself to. Okay. And with this, you know, recognition that you have within yourself, it's that much easier to see the manipulative tactics or deceptive behaviors where other people are, you know, trying to take away from what it is that you're building. Okay. You could be more confidently moving into more abundant relationship dynamics, and you know, knowing that the efforts that you're making will be met with others who are intending towards the same outcome. Okay, you could be no longer allowing for your focus to be on what people are trying to take away, but moving in a way that you are intentionally moving forward towards what it is that you're desiring to receive of, and getting to a position where you're more openly giving in a way that you know is, you know, building something new, and producing what it is that you are desiring of. Okay. Oh, we got the Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the Queen of Pentacles. So you could be having a greater strength within what your emotional expression is, what you know you should be receiving, like what you're worthy of. And you could be feeling much more stabilized and secure with, you know, how it is that you're nurturing yourself, how you've grown, matured, and, you know, the recognition of what it is that you're building towards. Okay, so you could have definitely navigated through the different possibilities of potential, but at this point you're recognizing what is illusionary, and what had been something that was building for longevity, and what had been something that was, you know, kind of being dispersed as, or broken down, or, let me see. I'm looking at these bubbles, you know, so like what could be, you know, fragile when it comes to the efforts that you're making in comparison to the longevity of what it is that you're, you know, wanting to have survive. Okay, so it's like you're recognizing where your efforts should be presenting or being presented, and you could be feeling that you are receiving the cooperative alignment, okay, that is helping for you to move forward. You can be paying attention to signs that are being surrounding you, and you could be ready to present yourself more intentionally as well. Okay. Yeah, you're moving forward in a way that you are, you know, you're moving into, there's a recognition that you're moving into calmer waters, and you could be getting to a greater sense of contentment. Even like, what's this? What's the word? It's like right there. You could be like also allowing for a more whimsical focus, instead of feeling weighed down or burdened by other people's you know, negativity that they had been trying to place upon you. So you could be definitely moving forward with a new truth away from the conflict that you had been, you know, recognizing you were having to navigate through. And at this point you could be feeling much more prepared for the next leg of the journey that you're on. Okay. And feeling that you are also being supported in a way that you could feel confident with what it is that you're, you know, trying to bring to fruition. Okay. Right. Yeah. So as you've taken the time to go inward, you could be, bless you. I don't think she heard me. I don't know if you heard the sneeze or not, but you could be, you know, knowing what it is that you feel is important, recognizing what it is that you're, you know, feel is truly important, seeing the signs of what had been, you know, trying to take away from what it is that you know, what your sense of importance is and what you're building. And you could be recognizing that, you know, the steps that you're meant to be taking in order to achieve what it is that you're desiring of. Okay. Oh, look at that. We got the Chariot, the Fool, and the Lovers. Okay. So you can be balancing yourself, all different aspects of yourself, and getting to a more carefree position with the new beginning that you're embarking upon, and getting ready to really kind of express yourself in a more loving way. And this could be within relationships or just in general, but you could be, you know, more confident with the work that you've put in, the knowledge that you've gained, and the steps that you're meant to be taking, instead of focusing on negative perspectives. Okay. So as you get to this awareness, you could be, you know, balancing your head and your heart, and you know, really getting to a more confident position with how it is that you're wanting to emotionally engage in a situation. And you could be feeling that you are, you know, really protected and guided, moving forward into a new beginning. Okay. I just got like a weird headache over here all of a sudden that just popped out of nowhere. So there could be different stresses that you're experiencing, or you could be recognizing how other people in your life are, you know, bringing pain in a way where it's like you're no longer wanting to allow for this type of involvement or influence to be affecting you anymore. Okay. Yes, okay. So you, as you recognize what it is that you're really wanting to manifest and co-create within, you could be feeling that you have, you know, the elements at your disposal and within your ability to really create this, and you could be walking away from different situations that you know are only bringing you heartbreak and pain. Okay, you could be moving away from, you know, the pain of the past and more intentionally towards the future that you're wanting to create. We have the Three of Pentacles right here. You'll be opening yourself up to a team and partnership dynamic that you feel is uplifting. Blue, night. And is making major changes, not only for you and your partners, but for others who are affected or influenced by your actions. Okay, and you could be getting to a greater sense of stability, you know, knowing that intuitively the action that you're taking is you know, what it is that you had been desiring of and battling for in the first place. Okay, so you know, holding your ground in different situations, and not like giving in to others' demands that were out of alignment with what you knew to be true is at this point like getting you to where it is that you are truly desiring to go. Okay, and we have the Eight of Wands and the King of Wands. Oh no, Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. You could be really feeling that you have been able to master your skills and your ability, and you could be embarking on a situation that you know is, you know, really, you know, only able to be done by you. Okay, but you're also recognizing that you're having a greater support for what you've envisioned, instead of it just being, you know, something that is only on you. You could be recognizing that you are receiving what you need at the times that you need, and there could have been, you know, a lot of overwhelm at different times, but you could be, you know, knowing that you are the one who's meant to carry things out in order to have the desired outcome in the first place. Okay. Excuse me. All right. So we have the Page of Pentacles. No, wait, Page of Cups. Sorry, they're all different on here, and I'm tired, I guess. So Page of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. So you could be feeling really inspired with you know, a message that you have within you and could have been holding on to since you were, you know, younger in certain ways, but you're getting to a position where you're ready to really engage more intentionally in a way that you feel that you're moving forward towards, you know, a personal wish come true. And you could be really feeling confident with the work that you've done and put into the situation on your own, in order to, you know, get to a more confident level in order to perform when it comes to what it is that you've been working towards. Okay, so wow. Good job. Let's go though, because I'm tired. Let me just get the rest of this out really quick. What else really quickly do we need to know? Because I'm tired. in this chunk right here, and then I'm going to go through the bottom. Let's see. Okay, so you could be ready to really take action in a way where you have, been educated in the way that you're needing to, and it's time to move forward with the new truths that you've come to get the experience that you're desiring of. And you could be really feeling worthy of the balance that is coming into your life. Okay, you could be recognizing the truth and the clarity in the larger picture. And you could be even wanting to present certain offers, but picked up the wrong card. But you're ready for true alignment, okay? Seeing that this is leading you towards, emotional fulfillment within your home and your family and, your life in general, okay? You could be really stabilizing yourself within this truth that you've come to, and know that it's leading you towards a wish come true and the desired structure in your life that you can be reliant upon and getting comfortable within. Okay. All right. And you could be moving forward with certain plans that are, creating major changes. You could be, recognizing that you would be leading yourself into a brand new environment in a lot of different ways, but you could be feeling that you have the potential and the ability to create as you please and, fulfill what you had envisioned. You could be, really feeling confident within the plans and the awareness that you've formed. Okay. Look at that. We got the Strength card. All right. You could be really moving forward in a way that you are embracing your courage, okay? Wanting to move forward peacefully. And you could be feeling much more confident within, your ability to do so, okay? You'd be inspired by what it is that you had, really envisioned creating, and you could have created the balance within yourself through different levels of scarcity or unhealthy and toxic dynamics that other people had been trying to bind you with. Okay, you'd be feeling that you're ready to stay true to yourself and block those scenarios out. And you could be following your heart in a way that is leading you towards where it is that you're meant to be for the long term, okay, as you're closing out cycles of negativity and moving confidently forward with the truths that you have, come to learn and recognize that you had been restricting yourself from, okay? You could be receiving some type of message in some type of way, but you're also knowing the different aspects of what is leading you towards this true fulfillment, and it's knowing that you are, really wanting to move forward in a healed way, more innocently and joyfully, and no longer allowing yourself to be opening up to situations that you are undesiring of or feeling unfulfilled by. Okay, and you could be leading yourself towards your long-term goals, having a greater discernment of what is creating anxiety within you, and you're illuminated to different perspectives that you're needing to be aware of in order to assert yourself more intentionally and in a more celebratory way. Okay, we got 3 of Wands and a 6 of Wands. You could be really anticipating the success that you're moving forward into and planning forward, towards this more intentionally, and recognizing that you are, leading yourself towards a more fulfilling new beginning. Okay.